So before I go over the differences between trading, or the main difference between trading crypto and stocks, really quickly, I just want to run over SPY. So you can see here, COVID lows down here at 220. Um, and when we ran up from 220 to a 360, we had a decent correction, or not correction, but like a little pullback down to the 200 EMA at 320. And then that set us up to go higher. And then since then, um, we have had nothing. We've had no other test of the 200. So we are really due for a pullback. Now that would, as of right now, take us to 380. I don't know if it's going to be that drastic, but as you can see here, so from today's close, let me just expand this a little bit, and then let me get rid of some of these indicators. So as you can see here, and then one more. So I'm leaving the anchored VWAP, and then I am leaving this ray. And so this line has been support for it for these last few days. And if it does not hold above this line, our last chance of support is here at 415. And then we will move down lower 410 and 403. I personally think that we would hit the top of this right here. So this is 398. I think that we can find a decent support here. Could even potentially be here at 396. Just we have this one wick here, a candle body here, one here, one here. So, and then we have a wick down. So this might actually be a more accurate target. So 396 area, and that is a large move. That's $20. So it really needs to hold this. Moving forward, so tomorrow will kind of let us know. I do think that we bounce off and we continue higher, at least for tomorrow. But overall for June, I really think that we start to test this 396 area. And really quickly, I can go over SPY's seasonality. So for the last 7 years, you can see next week, there is only a 24% chance that we have a green week. The week after that, there's a 71% chance that it's green, but then the week after that, there's a 0% chance that we are green. So I can change this to the month. And in June, most of the time we are bearish, or we, not most of the time, but it is very likely that we're bearish. June is a low month for SPY, with September being fairly low and January being fairly low. The last 7 years, June has done very poorly. And then let's go back to 11 years. You can see here 50% chance that we are going to be bearish. So overall, I'm pretty bearish on SPY for the short time being. Now moving on, let's go to Tesla. So if you were in Tesla calls for whatever reason, I'm not entirely sure why you would have been, but you can see here, potentially you thought that this was going to be like a cup break or something, and you entered calls prematurely. The best thing you can have on your chart is news. So getting live news updated to your charts, that just whatever ticker you're on, it's going to pull up the news for that ticker. And so as you can see here, this brought up the net orders for China, with it being halved and all that. So if you were in calls, that would have popped up and you would have hopefully exited them, because you should not be holding options through news. And then you can see here it went from 602 and down to 570. So that is a major factor that you have to deal with when you are day trading stocks or swing trading stocks. You always have news to overpower whatever TA you're looking at. So it doesn't really matter. Kind of what the setup is. If news comes out, it's going to overrule whatever you're looking at, and that's where crypto really kind of takes that step forward where stocks can't. You can look at any ticker and let's get rid of that. You can look at any ticker pretty much and almost count on the TA to play out. So here, I haven't looked at these charts, by the way. I'm just kind of going as I speak. So here on IOTA, I would expect this long cut base, almost a wick off pattern here. I would expect it to test this, and if it can't break through, kind of fall back down to the support, and then from there trade in a channel before eventually breaking up higher and moving on to 170 and then up to $2. So that is something that I can pretty much count on. I'm not going to have to worry too much about news kind of messing with that TA. You can get into the stocks that do have TA, or news, like Bitcoin and Doge recently. Doge has really been following whatever Elon seems to tweet. So you can be in things like that. I know that Doge right now is going through a Coinbase Pro listing, and so that's kind of what this movement is here. But for the general trading day, you really are not going to have to worry about any news interfering with whatever it is that you're trying to do. I don't know why all of these have TA on them. And so the TA is just super clean on crypto. The market is 24/7. You can always be trading this. Whenever stocks are not doing so hot, you can just run over to crypto and is it here? Okay, that seems more accurate. So you can see here just running a simple Fibonacci. This would give you profit targets of right there, which it hit perfectly, bounced off these ones perfectly, again ran up to these ones, and is now sitting at this one. So I'd expect a little bit of consolidation here before moving up to test the $11 area on Theta. So the TA just plays out flawlessly on crypto, and that is the main difference for me between stocks and crypto, is when the TA is set and I can see it, I can be a lot more confident in my trades. Whereas with stocks, you really have to worry about news messing you up there, just because there's no guarantee on your TA playing out, just because you do have the overlying factor of news. So just make sure that you are aware of that when you're day trading, and I highly suggest trying crypto. It is a lot different than I thought it was. It's very similar to stocks. So it just kind of removes that one negative thing away from it. So check it out, and I can also post my list of coins that I follow, if that helps anybody. These are all on futures, so they can be leveraged. And just let me know if you guys ever need that.